Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this board game life. I am Mark, and today I'm doing mission 2 of Dice Throne missions. If you saw in the previous video, I did the first mission and the first boss fight where I was fighting Doc Ock. Today, I don't even know who the boss is in this one. I didn't look. It's on the back. But I'm doing. I guess it's Morlock. No, that can't be right. Mr. Sinister. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm doing Morlock Massacre. The mission I'm doing. So this will be the mission, and then if I complete it, I will stop the video, and then I will flip over, reset to do the boss, and I'll do another separate video for the boss run on this one. So, all right. So this before I get started, please like, subscribe, hit that alert button so you know when we're dropping new content. Do feel free to share this out with your friends and family who you think might enjoy this type of content. And also feel free to comment. Let us know your thoughts. Have you played it? What do you think? Any of your thoughts along Dice Throne? We're happy to see. All right, so let's appreciate you doing that. Let's jump to the table. I'm all set up here. So I've got the mission map. I've got it. I'm playing Wolverine tonight. So last night I played Deadpool. Tonight I'm going to play as Wolverine. I want to work my way through some of these characters, but I'm going to be playing as Wolverine and seeing how he works. All right. So my mission. Mr. Sinister is trying to wipe out the Morlocks beneath New York City. He has sent a strike team of clones to do his evil bidding. Stop them before it's too late. The main objective is to defeat both beam clones. So I've got one here and here. So these are the beam clones, and they're ranged. So thankfully, I've got a bunch of what do they call them? I already forgot what these things are called. Anyways, these are it starts with a B, doesn't it? Boost tiles. So I got these boost tiles out. So as I land on them, I can collect one. There's a lot of health out there available to me, so that will probably be good because 2 people are ranged. The other 4 enemies out here, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are melee. So let's see. Let's get started now. My goal is to defeat both of the beam clones, henchmen, and then I can exit. But if I wipe out everyone, I get a perfect reward, which gives me more health, more momentum, and I also get an additional perk point or a player perk at the end of the game, which allows me to upgrade my sheet. Now, from yesterday, I gained 3 points, so I did 2 under heroism. So I'm getting to start the game with 1 momentum already, and I will get to start with 1 additional health. All right, so we're gonna do my setup. I need 4 cards. I should get my extra health. We start with 2 combat points, and I should be ready to go. I've got my allies out that I can recruit. I do want to double check because I've only played 1 of these missions. I'm just going to double check my setup. So my hero be 1 player, so I got 45 health plus the 1 I gain. 2 CP and 4 cards. Momentum dial set to 0, but I did get the 1 additional. Player aid. Let's see. I got that. I did choose my mission. I've done all that. The enemy dice are out. Let's see. Put my minifigures on the map. I did the crisis clock setup. Oh yeah, I gotta do the health of each henchman. So, all right. So all of them. Okay, so we have everybody gets 12. They're gonna have 12. I'm sorry, yeah, 12 plus a shield. Yikes! These guys are coming in a little bit hotter than the last one. So he's a 12. Get a shield. We need 3 shields over here. And 10. 10, 10, and some 2s. Whoops. Flip that over to the 2. All right. It's kind of important. I have to have their health and shields out there. I did the boost tiles. Is there any alternate setup? Does not state this on the board. Don't see anything. Blah, 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 blah. And I've done my perk sheet, so I'm ready to go. All right. So hopefully this will run a little faster than yesterday's mission. That was my first time, so I should be a little bit better, but I have not played as Wolverine. So he's got an alpha ability. It's a unique status effect. So this can happen during the income phase. So when a player is inflicted with this token as a result of an attack, they and their attacker each immediately roll 1 dice. If the attacker's roll is less, this token is removed. All right, let me read that again. So we're going to roll 1 dice and possibly skip the income phase. Oh, possibly skip the income phase. So when a player is inflicted, so when I inflict someone with alpha, they and their attacker each immediately roll a dice. If the attacker's roll is less, this token's removed. A player afflicted with this token must skip their income phase and then remove this token. So that's not going to do me any good in this game because there's no income phase for the enemies. They don't have an income phase. They just check status effects and they roll. So this is going to be pointless. I won't be able to really use that. Rage is a positive effect. So I can spend these to add 3 damage, or I can draw a card. I can have up to 3 of these on. I can always spend 1 and discard a card to add. Spend 1 and discard a card to add 3 damage to their attack modifier. Or I can spend 3 of them to draw 1 card. Oof, that's not as good as I thought it might be. Okay. Righty. So let's see what we've got for our first. I do get to draw 2. If this card is discarded as a result of spending rage, gain 1. Okay, so that's where those frenzy cards come into play. Change the value of one of your dice to a 6. Select one of your opponent's dice and force him to re-roll it. Okay, that's my opening hand. So we are going to start. I'm going to move first. So I'm going to go. So I can only go 10 above the health. So you can't go more than 10. So I can't go. My max is going to be 55 because 45 is where I started. So I'm going to take this 6. I'm going to move here and take the 6. So that puts me at 52. So that's my health. All right. So I moved. Now I there's no upkeep or income because it's the beginning of the turn. I'm going to do my main phase, and I'm going to spend 1 combat point to get 2 more cards. I'm down to 1 combat point. We're going to draw up 2 more cards. I got Intimidate. A chosen opponent afflicted with alpha must discard 1 or take 4 damage. So I guess I could still use them. I just can't. It just won't do anything because there's no income phase. So I can still inflict them, and as long as they have it, because it says must skip their income and then remove this token. But if they don't have it, since this is a little different, and it's the missions, let's see. Let me see if maybe they can't be affected by alpha. Let me just check my Q&A here. Because I know there was some couple things they could not be affected by, but I don't think it'll list. It did say, I think it was Entangle. Let's see. You could not. What could you not target and resolve? Enemies. Where was that at? There was something about you couldn't use certain things on them. Well, but I don't think it was that. I'm pretty sure it was like a couple of these things in here that you couldn't use. Where was that? It's got to be right on this page, but let's see. That's the movement, target and resolve. Enemy attacks. Some status effects will limit which attack an enemy can activate. That's not what I was looking for. It's the crisis clock. Enemies. Wolverine resolves attack next. He's only adjacent to a thug. Defensive roll. Wolverine is next to. Under attack first, because you start playing with a lot. One of turn actions only adjacent to cult thug, so he must target his enemy because he does not have range. Well, there was something I remember reading about certain abilities did not impact. You could not use them on the enemies. And I kind of want to know what those were. Okay. Well, I think we'll just move through, and unless I run into something that that I will question, then I guess we'll try to come back. But boost tiles, momentum. Maybe we'll need to keep this page open. Henchmen. Let's see. Okay. Well, status effect chart. There's a status effects, but oh, we'll spend all your basic token dice for rent sort. Oh, okay. Can't affect their CP. Unless otherwise specified, henchmen and bosses will spend all bonus damage tokens available when their attack activates. So they're okay. We're just gonna go. So, all right. So I moved. I collected my additional health. Did I draw my 2 cards? So I had 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I had 1, 2, 3. I had 4, and I drew 2. So I got these. Okay. All right. I'm all caught up. So now I've got a power level 9. I can upgrade this for 2. Oh, I don't have 2 combat points. That's right. I got sidetracked by this card. Okay. So I cannot spend that yet. All right. We're going to roll and see what happens. I have I got 3 6s right off the bat. Okay, are we gonna start this game with an ultimate? We have to try. We have to. For 1 combat point, I can change the value of one of my dice to a 6. I have 1, so we got 2 more rolls. We're gonna see if we can get 1 6, and then we've got it, and then hopefully we won't blow it. Aha! There it is. We're going to start the game with an ultimate, folks. I rarely ever get an ultimate. So I'm going to change the value of one of my dice to a 6, which is that I'm down to 0 combat points, but I am going all medieval on this guy. So I'm doing Berserker Rage. I get to heal 3. So I'm up to my max of 55. I'm going to gain Rage. Then I'm going to deal 12 undefendable damage. Damage from this attack may be divided among opponents in any way desired. So he's got 12. So that's that. So basically, he's going to... This comes off. That's 3 shields. Gone. He's going to be down to 3. So we took his, right? 12, 13, 14, 15. So he's down to 3. Wow, that was a nice opening blow. Boom! Now, I don't think you can use these tokens when you get them. I'm trying to remember. That's gonna be in the rules of the actual dice throwing rules. Let me grab that rule book real quick. Because if I can use this, when you gain it, then I can discard this and a card, add 3 damage, and actually kill this guy right now. But I want to see, do you have to... status effects. Can you use them when you get them? Or gain or inflict your... When you gain or inflict a status effect, take the corresponding token from a hero and place it in the middle of the receiver. The status effect is now considered to be in play. If a player's defeated status... Okay. It is available. So, I am going to use it right now. That's awesome news. So I'm going to spend 1 and discard a card. Oh, those are my... Sorry. That's my discard pile. Let's see. I want to keep this one. I'm going to discard this guy. Do this. He takes 3 more damage, and he is dead. All right. We are off to a start, killing a guy right out the gate. So we put the defeat token on him. I gained 2 momentum. I'm up to 3. Oh yeah, and so momentum, if you didn't watch the last one, I'm still on a level 1 momentum. I haven't got that upgraded yet, but I can recruit an ally or I can gain range. So I'm a melee character, so I have to use momentum to actually my attacks to become a ranged attack. But I can recruit some allies, so I have Blade. I wanted to see it as he popped up. So once per round during my main phase, I can spend 2 momentum and 1 combat point to deal 3 undefendable collateral damage to an enemy within melee range. Heal equal to the amount of damage successfully dealt. That is good. But then when I do that, I have to exhaust the card, but then I get to increase that damage dealt by 3. So he's a cost of 1. Domino, once per round during my roll phase, I can spend a momentum, re-roll up to 2 of my dice. When I do that, I have to exhaust, so I gain shield and re-roll up to 4 of the dice instead. And then Cable says, once per round during your main phase, you can exhaust. You can just basically exhaust this card. Heal for 4, move the crisis clock forward or backward up to 2 spaces, and it triggers no effects. Oh, that's kind of nice. But let's see, what does Blade? Blade cost me 1. Let's see. I want them displayed so I can see them, but oh yeah, they're still on screen. Okay. All right, so I wiped that dude out, got my momentum, and now I'm back to my main phase action. I don't have any combat points. Oh wait. I could have spent this to get that rage back instead of this card, but that's okay. That card's fine. I'm going to hold on to this other one. All right, so then I'm going to discard under 6. I'm at 3. All right, so my turn's over. So then we go to the enemy. They don't have a status effect on them, so we're going to roll their 4 dice. All right, so we have 3 slashes and 3 slashes and a little thing. So you work your way left to right to see what triggers. So we need 2 and 1 of those, which we have. These need 2 of the pinwheels, so they're not attacking, but you only take the first. So thankfully my range guys are not attacking. These guys are melee, so they can't do anything to me. So they are done. However, let's see. These guys are going to do something. They're going to do, their crisis clock is going to mess me up. But that's okay. All right, so the fight, they didn't do anything because they're not in melee range. Resolve the enemy attacks, and then heroes perform a defensive roll phase. So they didn't attack. I don't have to do a defensive roll. And then we do the crisis clock moves forward 1, triggers this crisis ability. So once per undefeated, so I've got 2 blue guys. I have 2 of these. Each one is going to inflict focus fire, which is this one. Each one inflicts focus fire. Let's see. And focus fire is here. When a player with this token is attacked by an opponent, the attacker increases their damage by 1. It's persistent, so it stays there until I get it removed, and it has a stack limit of 2, so I can't take any more. But basically, it's 2 attack modifier plus 2 to any enemy attack on me, and they're going to deal 1 collateral damage to all heroes. I'm the only one, but it's 2 damage because each one does that. All right. So that ends their turn. It goes back to me. I can move. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go right here to this guy. You can move as many spaces as you want. So I can remove a status effect or take a token. So I'm going to go ahead and remove one of these status effects. So now I'm only taking 1 damage. And so that was my movement. Now I'm going to do my upkeep. So this is the only thing on me. Doesn't affect me now. Income, I gain a combat point. I do get to draw a card into my hand. And all right, then I can do my main phase. I still can't deploy my upgrade because I need 2 combat points for it. Okay, so all right, so these could still come in handy based on a card I have in my hand. Okay, so I'm gonna roll my dice. Wolverine! Ooh, 3 5s. All right, or 3 of my adamantium. I got claws, adamantium, and mask are my dice faces. So I could do healing factor right now, but I'd heal 4, which I can only heal 2, gain a rage, and draw a card. I wouldn't do any damage to him. I'd rather attack. Let's see. What else do we have available? 3 of these and 2 claws. Draw a card, deal 6 damage. Okay, so we need 3 of these. We should try to do Hunter, I think. So basically, I need to get a claw. I have a 1 in 50% chance of hitting a claw. So we're going to try Hunter. I got 2 rolls to get a claw, and I got it. So we're doing Hunter. So I get to draw a card. Increase your value, but okay, that'll come in handy. I'm dealing 6 damage to this guy here. So he's going to take 6. So he's going to lose his shield of 3. He's at 12, so he's going to come down to 9. All right. And then I get to roll 4 dice, and then I gain rage for every mask that I roll. So I rolled 1, so I gain 1 rage, which I can use on my turn. I can spend it plus discard a card to add 3 more damage. But that's still, I think I'm going to just let him sit there at that. we'll just leave it as is and hold on to this. All right, so I don't have anything left to do. Okay. We're going to let it be. We're going to move on to their turn, so they're going to roll. Enemy rolls. Wow. So nobody. I got none of the little, I don't even know what these things are. None of these little orange things. So they need it, and he needs a shield. So there's absolutely no attack on this round at me. That is beautiful. And that should be the end of it. Crisis clock's going to move up. And then back to me. I can move, but I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to do my upkeep. I'm going to go to 2. I get to draw a card. Astonishing Frenzy. I guess I should be showing these to you. So if this card, so I get a lot of these with Wolverine. I've got Recovery and I got Frenzy. So these cards are very different than, they don't have the color around them. They don't play during a phase. What happens is these are, if this card is discarded, all of these. So if these are discarded as a result of spending rage, then you can have various effects. So these can help build this rage, which is really cool. So I'm going to hold on to that. All right, so we're going to do my offensive roll phase. Oh, wait, hold on. No, because I'm in my main phase. I have 2 combat points. I'm going to spend them to upgrade power level 9. All right, so spending those 2 points to upgrade that attack. Now we're rolling. I need to move this somewhere else. I'm going to put it down here. Put them there. And I got a little... look at that. He was on top. Wow. All right, I do have a 2, 3, 4. So I could work towards a small straight. I have 4 of these guys, which gives 5 damage. This would grant me rage. 2, 3, 4. I can get a large, then I could inflict and deal 7, but I do have a 3 of a kind. Oh, it heals 2. I don't need the heal. Oh, I guess that would put me back to max. So I do have 3 2s. Any 3 of a kind on the numbers gives me heal of 2. So this is 4 of them. I'm dealing 5. So let's try and roll 2 more times, see if I can get another claw, which I did. So I'm doing 6 damage. I get to heal 2. I'm doing 6 damage to that guy. And then I'm also going to use rage. All right. So here's what we're going to do. So rage, spend that, discard 1. And I get to add 3 to my attack. And then I'm going to discard this. And if this is discarded as a result of spending rage, I get to gain rage. So I gain 1 back. And I do 3 damage, which gives him 9. So he is toast. See ya. And I gain 2 momentum on that. I'm going to have to go ahead and get me an ally here, I think. All right. So that was my attack. Now I go into my second main phase. I don't have anything I want to do. So, but I can do, during your main phase, you can spend the required momentum to recruit an ally. You can have a maximum of 1 ally at a time. This guy lets me heal when I damage, but I'm already maxed out. So I think I'm going to let Blade sit for a bit. See, I got to look. See, what I don't understand is this exhaust plus. As it says once per round, you can do this, but then I thought the plus exhaust means that you have to exhaust it when you do the above. So let me double check using my allies. So this exhaust, so the exhaust power are gained by discarding the ally to the bottom of the deck. So once I get rid of them, then I get that. Now, plus exhaust powers are also gained by discarding the ally to the bottom of the ally deck. but they may only be activated at the same time you activate the power listed directly above it. Oh, so I don't have to exhaust it, but I can only exhaust them after doing that. Okay, that makes more sense. I read that completely wrong yesterday. See, that's why it's always better to play more than once. Okay. So then I can keep him around, and let's see, but it costs two momentums and a CP to deal 3 collateral damage to an enemy within melee. Okay, she's gonna give me reroll the 2 of my dice. I can exhaust. Okay, so once per round during your main phase. See, this one's weird because there's nothing there except exhaust. So you can only use this guy one time to heal 4 health. Oh, and then you're moving the crisis clock backward or forward up to 2 spaces. I don't really think he's going to be worth it. I think I'm going to go ahead and recruit. I'm just going to recruit Blade. I want Blade on my team. Dun, dun, dun. So he cost me 1 momentum. Blade. I so wish they'd make a new Blade movie. I love the Blade movies. I want to see a new Blade. Come on, Marvel. You want to get me watching your movies again? Give me a Blade movie. I know they were working on it, but I think it got pushed back or canceled or something. I don't recall. But I think it was at least delayed. All right. Anyways, we're in the second main phase. We bought an ally. I purchased an ally. Now for 1, now that I have him, I can, or well, I guess I didn't need him, but I can always spend this too. I can spend momentum to make any of my melee attacks into a range, but I'm doing all right. So I'm done. I don't think I have 6 cards. I do not. So we're going to enemy phase. Ouch! Ouch! Okay, these do not hit. They do not hit. He does. Does he hit twice? Because I rolled. I don't. That's a good question. It only takes 1. All right. I did not have this one happen yesterday. The enemy roll phase. I think you just take the first one, and you're going to roll. We go left to right, activating the defense ability of the thugs, the Hellfire Club, and the sniper. Then the sniper. So heroes perform a defense roll against each. Let's see, but if the roll dice contain the symbols required by the Unstoppables threat roll objective, it will activate its offense ability. Let's see. Gather the pool of any dice. Roll them exactly once. Regardless of how many henchmen are attacking, the heroes can use effects to adjust the results of the die. For each henchman's info panel, consult the rolled enemy dice. If the rolled dice match the dice symbols required by their roll objective, henchmen of that type activate their... Okay. So each info... Oh, so the multiples can. For each offensive ability that was activated, resolving basically... Each undefeated henchman with that offensive ability activates in an order. Okay, that's correct. Okay. So, all right. I may have done yesterday's a little bit wrong. That was my first game. So, they do not... The brutes don't they don't do anything. These guys don't do anything because they don't have the right dice. He's going to strike twice because he only needs 1. I believe he's going to strike twice. That's my question. Does the Unstoppable, or do they just do it once? I think I read it was once. Henchmen. Let me go back one more. So during the henchman's enemy roll phase, gather the pool. But yeah, you're going to... It's just going to be once. It's once per... Because everybody's going to attack if this is triggered. So he's only going to hit me 1 time. This is triggered because I have this in there. So it's a multi-strike range. It's going to inflict a wither, which looks like this thing. And we will take a look and see what wither does. This, if a player with wither token would deal damage as a result of their attack, Reduce that damage by 1 for every Wither token. This is persistent with a stack limit of 2. All right, so that's going to reduce my attack by 1. Oh yeah, I still have this up here too. I got to remember they're going to add a damage. And that stays, right? The focus fire, that attacks, it's a +1, so they're going to deal 1, they're going to deal 1 undefendable damage. Okay. But then it does modify of 1. It adds 1, but then I can roll my dice, my 3 defensive dice for that. Oh, you know what? It won't matter because you can't attack this thing. And, well, I can gain rage. I can't do really any healing or anything. Did not get that, so this would deal 1 undefendable damage, but the far one over here does it's not a thing you attack. You can't attack that. Okay, so that was theirs. We moved the crisis clock. So now we've got the brute clones are going to do their crisis ability. So there is only two guys left. 2 of those guys are oh no, 3, because he's there. So there's 3 of these henchmen left. So each one's going to deal 3 undefendable collateral damage to all heroes within melee range. Okay, so only one's within range. So I'm going to lose 3. So I'm down to 51. All right. And now we go back to my turn. I can move. I'm not going to move. I'm going to do my upkeep. So, oh, this also added another damage. Is that? We're going to add one because this is still sitting here. I need to get rid of this guy. All right. That affects my attack. So upkeep phase, income phase. Going to gain a CP. We're going to draw a card. I need to get rid of status effects. I do not have that ability. I really need to gain something that removes status effects. Here we go. So regenerate will heal 1, deal 3 undefendable damage, and I may remove 1 status effect for myself. So I want to work on regenerate because I have 2 status effects on me. This one's going to affect my attack is going to be reduced by 1. All right, so we are rolling. I keep stacking. Oh, that's not good. I got 2 of those. I do have this. I do have Hunter again. So I can draw a card and deal 6 damage. He's at 15. I can gain rage. I could use rage to go up to 6. Rage would give me another 3. And then I've got these. Okay, so we're gonna just do this. So we're gonna just stick with this. So we've rolled Hunter. We're gonna keep it. So we're gonna draw 1 card. It's an upgrade. Okay. I'm gonna deal 6 damage, and then I'm gonna roll 4 dice. So we're up to 6 damage. Oh, plus him. Okay, so that's 9 damage. Okay, so it's 9 damage minus this, so it's 8. So let's take that off, and he's down to 7. Sorry, 8. No, he lost. Sorry, hold on. Math is hard. 6. I'm dealing 9. So there's 6 left out of 12. So he's down to 6. Right? I'm dealing 9. Yes. So he's down to 6. Okay. Math is so hard and complicated. Not really, but I went to public school. All right. But then I get to roll 4 dice. Oh, he gets another one. I got a -1 for this. So he's actually, that's where I got the 7 the first time. Okay, because I had a -1 of that. So, and if I roll this, I gain a rage back. And then I had to discard a card. Well, I was going to discard this one, so ending rage, increase the damage of that rage from 3 to 4, then gain rage back. So I'm going to gain another rage, and he's actually going to take 1 additional damage. So he's back to 6 anyways. Look at that. I was right all along. But this gets discarded. Okay, I'm at 5 cards. I don't have the CP to upgrade that attack. We're done. So we're going to go to them. Okay. So these guys will hit. So only the melee guy. So he's going to hit me for 5 plus 1 because I still got this. So he's going to hit me for 6. All right. So I'm going down to 44. And those 2 guys are in melee range, so they're out of range, so they can't do anything. This doesn't match, and nothing matches there, so that's the only one to attack. I do get to roll a defensive roll of 3 dice for his attack. Whoa, look at that. So I do 3 undefendable damage back to him, so he's down to 3. Okay. All right. Crisis clock advances. Back up so I can move. I'm going to go ahead and move here. Still next to him. Gaining 5 health. So I'm going to be up to 49. I'm going to do my upkeep. I don't have anything to get rid of those. I do gain a CP. I gain a card. Ooh, here's a free upgrade. Adamantium Claws. Wow, that's a freebie. So that's going to basically just add this down here. The damage stays the same, but I get a 4 of a kind. I get to heal 4. And then I am going to upgrade Severe Threat with 2 combat points. So that puts me back to 0. And so, all right. So we're going to leave that. Time to roll the dice. What do we get? 3 5s, a 6, and a 2. This, I don't have any CP to up. Probably should have saved one. That would have come in handy right here, I think. Kind of need to get these status effects removed. All right, we're going to try to get another mask. And I need 1 claw, 1 mask. Got it. Right. So we're going to do the regenerate. So I get to heal 1. Puts me at 50. And I get to deal 3 undefendable damage, which kills him. All right, so he gets a defeated token. I gain 2 momentum for that. And then, let's see. I get to remove a status effect. So I want to remove, I think, Focus Fire. Okay. And then that is it. That ends my turn. Okay. The henchman would attack, but they're over there to melee. These guys will not, and he will not. Okay. Crisis clock moves forward. It's on the blue. So these guys are going to inflict focus fire. Again, both of them. No, there's only one. There's only one blue guy left. And deal 1 undefendable damage. I'm back down to 49. I just gained what I just removed. All right. So back to me. I'm going to move. I'm going to take this combat point. And then I'm going to do my upkeep, which gains me a combat point and a card. All right. So we're just going to roll. And I can spend 1 momentum to make it a ranged attack. So I'm assuming it's in Wolverine's case, he probably is like, whoosh, whoosh. He just moves. Whoosh, whoosh. All right. Let's see. We have 3, 4, 6, 3 ones. Let's go for. Let's just go for this. We'll go for this. We'll go for the claws. So there's a 3 of a kind. All right, so I got 4 of them. So it's 5 damage. I did get to heal 3 because I got 3 ones. So I'm going up 3 to 52. I'm dealing 5 damage. So the 3 shield comes out and the 2 health comes out. So he's down to 10. And then I can also inflict rage. Oh no, wait. I gotta reduce that by 1. So he gets 1 more point back because I got wither. And then I can rage. So I have to get rid of this card. This card is discarded as a relative spending rage. I get to roll 2 dice. If I roll a mask, this comes back to my hand. So I'm going to spend a rage. I'm going to discard this guy. It's going to take 3 damage off of here. So that's 1. So he goes to an 8. Okay. And then I roll 2. And if I get a mask, which I did not, so this does not come back to my hand. Okay. That will end my turn. And go back to them. They do not. They do not. This does. So he is doing inflicting wither on me again. Oh my goodness. That's going to reduce my hits by 2. Deal a damage. Undefendable. All right. So I can move. I'm just going to move here. Gain 3 health. Oh, still not doing bad. Upkeep. Gain a combat point. Gain a card. All right. Remove status effect token from a chosen player. 1 combat point to do it. I'm getting rid of wither. Okay. And then, all right. So once per round during a main phase, I can spend 2 of those on this, deal 3 damage to an enemy within melee. Nobody's within melee, so I can't do anything with him yet. Oh, I needed to spend. Did I spend? I think I did spend this to make that last one arranged. Pretty sure I did. We're going to do it again. Hopefully I did that right. I think I was at 7. So we're going to do another ranged attack. Oh boy. I got 4 of them. So, and a 3 of a kind. So we're going to try this again. Adamantium claws. There we go. So I've got 3 of a kind on the numbers. So I can gain 3. So I can only go up 1 health. But I'm doing 6 damage to this guy, -1. So I'm doing 5 damage to him. So he's down to 3. And I will probably rage. I have a rage token. I would have to discard a card. I'm going to discard this one to rage out on that guy, which adds 3 more damage, which kills him. All right, I gained 2 momentum. All right. Okay, and that's it for me. So, enemy turn. There's only what? There's 2 enemies left. Okay, so the brutes are going to attack. This guy is going to. He can't because he's not in melee range. The beam clones will attack. They are ranged, so he's going to deal 2 damage to me, and then I'm going to roll 1 dice. So we're going to roll one of these. If I roll that blade, which I didn't, then he would give me knockdown, but he didn't. So it's 2 damage coming to me. I will take that because I don't heal or shield it. But I will get to roll my 3 defensible dice to see if I inflict anything back. So I deal 1 damage to him. So he gains 1 damage. So just take it out of here. He gains 1. Okay. Okay. That ends theirs. This moves up to this. So I 3 undefendable damage for that guy. So I'm down to 50. We're doing way, way, way okay. All right. So we're doing now, we can move. I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. Might as well grab the health because it carries over into the boss fight. So kind of want to get all that stuff. I did not reduce this for my ranged attack on the last one, so I got to do it now. All right, so I moved, took my health, upkeep. I've got these things I need to get rid of. Combat point, draw a card, remove all status effects. Remove all status effects from a chosen player. It's going to cost me 2 of my 3. Happily will pay that. These are gone. All right. Back. Okay. So now we're doing offensive roll. Let's see. This will let me draw a card for healing. I don't really need to heal. I could gain a rage, but I got 6 and a 4. I don't need to remove any more status effects. I could do this. I could try to do the severe threat number 2. I need 2 hits. So we're going to try this because the masks is the hardest because there's 6 and there's only 1 of them. The claws, he's got a 50% chance. So I'm going to roll. I got 2 more rolls and I need to get 2 more claws. Got them. Okay. We're doing severe threat 2. So, and I got to spend a momentum to make it a ranged attack. And I'm going to deal 7 damage. We're going to attack this first guy here. So we're dealing 7 damage. So we're just going to deal that first one. No effects at 7. That comes off. Will use me 4 out of the 11, which is 7. So he's down to 7. Not 8, 7. Then I get to added damage. Oh, then I'm rolling all 5 dice. Okay, and then here's where I get to maybe do some additional stuff. I get to added damage for each claw, which I didn't roll. On, wow, these things. I inflict alpha onto him. On a mask, I gain a rage. Or I can add 3 damage. So I think I'm just going to skip the rage. We're just going to add 3 damage, so he's down to 4. So he'll be down to 4. Okay. And that ends that attack. My cards, I don't think I have anything to do in this phase. I can spend 0 CP because I have this card. This is where I was talking about this could be helpful. So I can spend no CP. I'm in my second main. I can afflict. They must discard, or they don't have cards, so they have to take 4 damage. That came in perfect because he had 4 left, and he's dead. So this still came into play. Awesome, happy, makes me happy. I gained 2 more momentum. All right. And I just have 1 guy left to deal with. All right, so he gets discarded. I have only a couple cards left, but that ends my turn. So we have just 1 beam clone left. So I just need to defeat him to, he does not attack, but this guy does. So he's going to strike me. He's going to inflict a wither again and deal a damage to me. And the wither, I believe, reduces my attack. Yeah, so if a player with wither token would deal damage, you -1 on your attack. So, all right. Let's see. So, okay, so that's that. We do the crisis clock, so nothing's happening. We go back to my turn. I get to move and I can move as far as I want. I gotta go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might as well take this guy, gain this. I'll grab the other one as I go. All right, I have a thing so I can still. Okay, so that was my movement. I'm gonna do combat point and draw a card. I'm gonna spend those 2 combat points to draw 3 more cards. I need to get rid of. Nope. This lets me heal, but I can probably hold on to that. Transfer a status token, but I need that to I need combat points to use it. So I'm gonna reduce my attacks by 1. Okay. So offensive roll phase. So this guy's got 15. Okay, you know what? We're not even going to bother. We're just going to do this right here. I rolled regenerate. I'm going to heal 1. He's going to get 3 undefendable damage, so his shield comes off. And I remove a status token effect. That's what I'm doing. All right. Okay. That's going to end my turn. He needs 2 of the pinwheels, so he does not attack. Crisis clock moves. Nothing happens. I get to move. I'm gaining 3 momentum. All right. No upkeep. I gain a combat point. I gain a card. Six, 5, 4. A 3 would give me a small straight. Would let me heal, gain rage, and deal 5 damage. A large straight would let me deal 7 damage if I can get a 3 and a 2. Or I could do this. 3 of these, 1 of those. I just need 1 more claw. I can draw a card, deal 6, and then try to get some rage. We're going to do this. I just need a claw. Ooh, 4 of those. That does me nothing, right? Okay. There's my claw. So I get to draw a card. I'm dealing 6 damage to him. So I need 4 more C's down to 6. I do not have rage, but I do get to roll 4 dice. So for every mask, I get rage. So I did gain 1 rage. And then I could use it. I don't think I have anything I want to discard. Let's see. I could get rid of this one, but I'm going to hold on to it. So, okay, so we're just going to sit at that. There's nothing to spend on the main phase. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 cards. We're going to sell this one off to gain a combat point. All right. Then their turn. He is not attacking. Sweet. Crisis clock moves. I got to discard a card. So what I do in this is just to make it totally fair. When that comes up and something comes against me, I shuffle my cards so I don't know what they are, and I'll randomly pull one out. So that's all right. I can deal with that. All right, so it's back to my turn. I get to move. This gives me an evasive token, so I can evade. I can evade an attack, which will carry over into the boss, which is good to have. All right, I'm gonna up income, move that up, gain a card. Astonishing recovery. If this card's discarded as a result, spending rage, I roll 2 dice. I can heal and maybe get this card back in my hand. Okay. So let us do our combat offensive roll. Okay. So this guy I just need to 6 damage him. And that right here will do it. So I did the hunter, so I get to draw a card. So we're going to go with the hunter. I'm dealing 6 damage, which kills him. All right. And I'm going to gain 2 more momentum. And, oh, I do have to spend a momentum because I did a ranged attack on him. So I hit him, I killed him. That was my attack. I have a second phase, which there's nothing to do here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. I think I have to get rid of a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just going to spend this one for no combat points because I have to get rid of a card anyways. It would gain me a combat point if I sold it. You know what? I'm not. I'm going to just sell this instead to gain a combat point. Put me up 1 more. Otherwise, I was going to roll the dice to try to get up to 55 on my health, but I'm going in 7 over my max anyways going into the boss. So I'm going to be okay. All right. So basically, I've completed my goals. I've wiped everyone out. So all I have left to do is to move. And so I can go over here to the exit, and that's it. I've destroyed everyone. Now, all right. So let me switch cameras. So that is a main mission. That took it took an hour. All right. I was referring to the book a few times. So once you have it down and understand, you could do a mission easily in under an hour. It does say 30 to 45 minutes is the duration of this. Again, that's once you know it. And yeah, I can see that. Once I know my character and I got my turn phases down and I'm a lot more familiar with it. You're going to burn through this. These are the easier missions. So each one will tell you at the top how long it is expected to take. So again, this is a difficulty 1. That's why it was pretty simple. And that's it for the henchman side. So I'm going to just please ask again, if you're still watching, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that alert icon so you know when we're dropping new content. And please feel free to share this video with others in your game group, your friend group, your family, whatnot. And please feel free to comment, and we'd love to see those, and we will respond back to you. And but that, I think, wraps it up for now. I am gonna end this video. I'm gonna flip this over, get ready for the boss, and I will set up a new one, and you'll see the boss battle come out probably a day after this one is released. Thanks again. We'll catch you next time.